This conference will now be recorded.
Hi all, good morning. My name is Bobby. Before I start today's demo, let me introduce myself. My name is Bobby. I have overall 13 years of experience. I started my career with Abap. Then I moved to Sapui5 Fiori Abap Odata, Fiori Elements. Uh, I worked on various S4 Hana implementation projects. Then I've moved to BTP, where I worked on various services in BTP like IoT services, APA services, PDMS services, SAP Conversation AI, mobility. Okay, there are a lot of services I worked, and also I worked on RAP applications, as well as I worked on the SAP CAPM, okay, CAP applications also, which I have developed in the BTP. Yeah, so this is my experience. Okay, coming to the today's demo. Okay, so what are agenda? Today's agenda? What are the topics which I'll be covering is evolution, SAP evolution from the starting date to till date. What evolution has come in SAP? I'm going to discuss. What is Fiori overview? Okay, why Fiori has come into the picture? What is the background? What is the need? I'll be covering. What is SAP Fiori? I'm covering, and why we use SAP UFI technology to develop SAP Fiori applications, that I will come in covering. So what is OData? Okay, how we are exposing the data from the SAP system to the outside world using OData. Okay, using NetWeaver gateway concept, we are exposing the OData, that I'll be covering, and one demo. Okay, so these are the topics which I'll be covering in today's topic agenda. Okay. Next, evolution of the SAP user interface. So from the starting date to till date, okay, what evolutions has come into the SAP? Okay, so I will be discussing that one. Is it clear? So now, anyone tell me why SAP has went it is SAP GUI instead of browser? Anyone please tell me why SAP went its own SAP GUI instead of the browser? Anyone please?
Maybe
Because
user friendly, sir.
no, 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 not user friendly. Yeah, please. Anyone, please tell me. Okay, no problem. Okay, see SAP GUI. Okay, why SAP? Okay, because SAP. Can you mute yourself? Yes. Okay, thanks. Okay, so why SAP has not introduced browser? Okay, at 1970, because it was not there. SAP was created on during 1970. At that time, SAP browser itself is not there, right? So during that time, okay, what is the architecture which they're following is, okay, dig protocol. Let us understand what is the architecture which they're following during that time, during 1970s. Okay, so they have SAP GUI and they have the application server. Okay, so this is SAP GUI. Okay, so now whenever you are trying to open any transaction code during 1970s, okay, AC11, okay, so what is happening, that it is sending a request to the application server. Okay, then application server is sending response back to the SAP GUI. Okay, so anyone knows that whenever we are sending a request or getting the response, it is a protocol, right? It is a packet. So during that time, what protocol they were doing, it was there is dig protocol. What is that? It is dynamic information action gateway. Okay, this is the protocol where they are following during that time to send the request from the SAP GUI to the application server, and the application server will send the response. Then only you are able to open the T code. Is it clear? So what is the protocol which they are following is SAP GUI. Okay, whenever we send the data to a third party, and it will be in packets that we already know. We know that it is nothing but a protocol, and the protocol is nothing but DIG protocol, Dynamic Information Action Gateway. Okay, this is the protocol which they are following it. Any question? Is it clear, guys? This is how, okay, this is the protocol SAP is using to send the request from SAP GUI to application server. It is DIG. And application server understands the DIG protocol and responds the DIG, and the GUI understands the DIG, and finally we get the results. Is it clear, guys? Any questions?
Sir, whether the application server is based on some other third party or how, sir?
See, anything is different. SAP GUI is just to display the GUI. Okay, it has to get from the
Okay.
server, right?
Yes.
Yes, so it has to get from the server. Okay, so that is nothing but application server. Okay, so now
Okay.
whenever we are sending the anything, it's just a GUI. You want to get it everything to everything is in application server.
Yes.
Okay, so GUI sends the request. Whenever we are sending the request, it will be in the packets. What is that
Okay.
protocol which they are following? DIG protocol.
Okay.
Okay, so during 1970s, this is the architecture they're following.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay, sir. Clear. Thank you, sir.
no problem. Okay, then let's come back to the ITS. Okay, okay, ITS. Okay, during 1990s, browser revolution started. Right. Okay, so instead of okay, ITS is a browser based application. Okay, instead of using GUI, we can use browser. But what protocol is used to integrate browser to any application is HTTP protocol. Everyone knows that whenever we want to open anything in HTTP in browser, it is HTTP protocol, right? So, but SAP understands the DIG protocol, okay, not a HTTP protocol. Okay, so now this is a big challenge for SAP because because browser understands only HTTP. Okay, but now SAP understand DAG and browser understand HTTP. So in this context, what solution, okay, SAP has given is, okay, they have come up with another architecture during 1990s. Okay, okay, so what is the solution they have provided is, okay, so they have SAP GUI, okay, we have application server, and we have a browser. Okay, ITS, okay, browser, okay, which is HTTP. Okay, this is SAP GUI, and this is application server. Okay, now the browser understands the HTTP, whereas SAP GUI understands the DIG protocol. But what solution they have given? No? They have used even converter. Okay, what this converter will do now? Will convert HTTP request to DIG. Okay, DIG to HTTP. Okay, so whenever you're trying to open any GUI transaction code in the browser, okay, then they will send the request. What request? HTTP request. Okay, what is HTTP request? Okay, this HTTP request, this converter will convert to DAG protocol. Okay, and then it goes to the application server, then again application server it goes to the GUI. Okay, then again from the SAP GUI it sends the response. Then from the application server it goes and goes to the converter, and again it converts to DH to HTTP. Then you will be able to, sorry, okay, then you will be able to open the transaction code in the browser. Because I have to follow this one, because I cannot change the application server in 1990s, because the browser revolution had come and people are getting used to the browser and they're happy to use the browser instead of the GUI because of the look and feel, right? So this is the architecture which the SAP is following during 1990s. Okay, now ITS, okay, yes, this is ITS, okay, mainly works like GUI. Okay, and it for some transactions only, means it is okay, you can use ITS transactions. ITS mainly works like GUI, and some transactions only you can open, and it is meant only for transactions. And drawback by using ITS is it's only you can open limited transactions only, like SCC 11, VS01. Okay, it is meant for actions, transactions only. So that is a drawback of ITS. Okay, now let's come back. Okay, now now SAP has moved to BSP and WebDyn Pro.
Sir,
Yeah, please tell me.
what is the full form of IDS, sir?
Internet transaction services.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, yeah. So now what I want to tell you, right? During that time, okay. So during that time, okay, we do BSP and WebDyn Pro has come, because what is the reason behind is, okay, what is the reason behind is, okay, we can only open only few transactions, that's it. Okay, we cannot open anything. Okay, we can just open. Okay, okay, then SAP has come up with a, okay, okay, then okay, SAP has come up with a new concept called BSP and the WebDyn Pro. Okay, so ITS stands for the internet transaction, okay, server. Okay, what is it? Internet transaction server. Okay, then later SAP came up with the concept of BSP and WebDyn Pro. Now, during that time, what is that architecture which they're following during BSP and WebDyn Pro? Okay, now what they did, right? They have clubbed this application server and this converter into one, is called ICF. ICF that is called Internet Communication Manager. Okay, they have kept everything. Okay, it is a internet communication manager, it is a framework. Okay, ICF, sorry, internet communication manager framework. Okay, it is a framework which contains internet communication framework, whether it is a combination of okay, application server plus this converter. They have mixed everything, they came up with the ICF. Okay, so now yes, using WebDyn Pro we can develop the applications easily. Okay, we can develop the any custom applications very easily, okay, with using function modules and everything. Okay, so WebDyn Pro, okay, the best part is minimal code and you can do fast development using WebDyn Pro, right? Okay, but what is the disadvantage of using WebDyn Pro is, okay, client side validations is very problem. Okay, so what do you mean by client side validation is, okay, this WebDyn Pro is inside the SAP server. Okay, whenever you want to do any client side validations, for example, I want to, let's take it new, what I'm talking about, I'll tell you. Okay, so this is your browser. Okay, and this is your SAP system, SAP system, so SAP server, that is our SAP system. Okay, now this is your application. I have a field called email field. Okay, now I want to validate whether it is correct email ID or not. So every time for everything, I need to hit to the server. Everything, because it is running on the server. There is no client separate and server separate. It's very performance is not at all good. Okay, and also notification of the UI is not that much good when compared to the Java applications, .NET applications, Angular, and everything. The UI is not at all good in WebDin Pro. Yes or no? Right? How would the WebDin Pro looks? It's not looks doesn't look good, right? So there is a lot of heavy competitions are coming from the SAP that when we compare to the other technologies, why this UI is not good? Obviously, right? So that is a reason. Okay, even BSP also is there. Yes, we have introduced BSP also. They will say. Okay, yes, instead of not able to beautify the WebDin Pro, the SAP says you can use the, okay, there is a solution, a BSP is available. That is called the business server page. Okay, so business server page. Okay, yes, it is there. Where, okay, you with the WebDin Pro, you are telling it is not possible. Okay, yes, absolutely, it's not possible. There is an option called BSP. Okay, yes, it has built-in HTML libraries where there are a lot of UI checkboxes, field boxes, drop boxes, and web pages is possible. We can, okay, you can beautify the UI also using BSP. But what is the drawback is that fast development is not possible in BSP. Okay, so that is the reason SAP has moved from BSP and web input to SAP WI. Okay, so what is the SAP WI is the combination of WebDin Pro plus BSP. Yes, using WebDin Pro, you are able to do fast development. Using BSP, you are able to get the beautification of the UI. If you combine these two, that is the combination which is called SAP WI. What exactly I'm saying that BSP plus WebDin Pro will give flexibility on user interface and develop the applications easily. And they already see in that time, during that time, SAP CRM has become very popular. Okay, SAP WebUI is popular in the market. Okay, and user interface was good and extensibility. But what is the problem? Okay, it has a lot of combinations of the layers whenever you want to develop SAP WI. Okay, it is very complex to develop any applications. Okay, there are a lot of layers like presentation layer. Okay, if you want to do, you have a BSP, you have to WebDin Pro, you have a ball, you have a Genil, lot of things you need to bring together and to develop the one application. Okay, it is very difficult to develop one applications. Okay, to consider this one. Okay, and also the animation kind of stuff is not possible using this WI. Okay, so that is the reason SAP came out from SAP WI and they moved to SAP Fiori. So this is the evolutions. Yes, sir, absolutely. Final goal to run for the business is final goal to run their business, right? For SAP. Okay, they are getting lot of pressure from the client. Okay, because there lot of other competitors are coming into the picture. Okay, because okay, they have to listen to the client says. Okay, that is the reason SAP UF and SAP Fury has come into the picture. Any questions, guys? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. So introduction to SAP Fury. Yes, in today's business environment, okay, users face many challenges in to hunt for timely, up-to-date, and accurate informations. Absolutely. See, before Fury, okay, if you want to get any information, you need to open the laptop and you need to connect to the network and you will be able to see the data. Okay, see, in additionally, accessibility to this information anyway, anytime, okay, it is possible using SAP Fury so that you can take faster decisions, you can take smarter decisions. That is the reason SAP Fury has come into the picture. For that, the answer is SAP Fury. Understood? So before SAP Fury, even WebDin Pro applications you can open on any desktop. You cannot open in mobile tablet. If you're somewhere going in train or somewhere in the bus, you're traveling, okay, airports, or railway stations, you're traveling, you want to see, you want to approve it. As a manager, you want to approve some purchase or everything. So it is not possible. So that is the reason SAP has come up with a concept called SAP Fury, where you can open your the applications any device, so that you can take faster decisions. You can take smarter decisions. Okay, origin. What is the origin of SAP Fiori? When a research was concluded, it was found that most of the SAP users uses SAP user interface to access the applications. This includes common applications related to the manage employer interactions, leave request, etc. Okay, but SAP GUI has 3 lakh screens with various functions. So SAP checked these most frequently used applications and decided to rename this application. This is how the SAP Fiori was born. See, they started converting the GUI transaction to the SAP Fiori. Perfect. But on what basis? They have done the research and what are the end users which are using frequently used applications. They decided to start convert into Fiori applications. This is how the SAP Fiori has spun. And if you look at in every release in S4 HANA on premises system, okay, they're adding new screens. Is it clear?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Now, finally, what is SAP Fiori? So people think SAP Fiori, it is a technology. Is it a technology? No, SAP Fiori is not a technology. Then what is SAP Fiori? It is a platform. No, SAP Fiori, it is not a platform. Then what is it? It is just a guidelines to develop the user interface using SAP. It is a user interface. It is a response. So what do you mean by response? You develop the application in any technology, Java, .NET, or etc. Okay, but if you follow the if you follow the guidelines of SAP Fiori, and it is SAP Fiori applications. Okay, so whenever you say SAP Fiori application, when it is responsive, it means it is going to display in all the devices like desktop, tablet, and mobile. Okay, it is open. You develop the application, any technology. If you follow the guidelines of SAP Fiori, then it is a SAP Fiori applications. I don't care which technology you develop. Okay, it should be have personalization settings, so the end user himself can do some personalization settings. Okay, there then, so if you say this one, yeah, okay, if you follow the, yeah, can you mute yourself please if you don't have any questions? Yeah, okay. Okay, so if you for okay, so finally SAP Fiori, it is not a technology, it is not a platform, it is just a guidelines to develop the user interface using SAP. Is it clear? So finally, what are those guidelines? Yes, as I said, SAP Fiori is not a technology, it is not a platform. Okay, then it is just a guidelines to the develop the user interface. Then what are those guidelines? Role based. Okay, design for you, your need, how you work. Until this application is assigned to user ID, you will not able to access it. Okay, this is a response. So whenever you say SAP Fiori application, it should support all the devices, desktop, tablet, and mobile. Okay, simple, focus on the important. Means if you look at the transaction code, so VA01 and MB21, and there are a lot of tabs, a lot of fields, too much confusing. So whenever you say SAP Fiori application, you should focus only on the important fields so that okay, the app looks very good and neat. This is the guidelines of SAP Fiori. Core, it provides one fluid seamless experience. What do you mean by that is, suppose you have a transaction codes like ME21, okay, you have a transaction code VF01, you have a transaction code VA01, okay, like this, the UI of this GUI transaction is completely different. One screen looks different and another screen looks different. But whenever you say Fiori application, all the creatings, okay, it should be in the same look. Okay, so that same view, it should be same. Okay, so that provides one fluid seamless experience, so the end user will not get confused. That is the guidelines of SAP Fiori. Delightful, you should develop the application in such a delightful way so the end user will have an emotional connection to work. So if you follow this all these guidelines, then it is called the SAP Fiori application. Is it clear, guys? So finally, SAP Fiori, it is not a technology, it is not a platform, it is just a guidelines to develop the user interface. Okay, next. So what is SAP Fiori Launchpad? Okay, yes, we discussed about the origin of SAP Fiori. We discussed the design principles of SAP Fiori. Now we were going to discuss the architecture of the SAP Fiori. Okay, so SAP Fiori Launchpad provides an end user an entry point to access the Fiori applications. Suppose whenever you open your mobile, okay, so what you will see, you will be seeing the all the apps. In the same way, Fiori is providing you a SAP Fiori Launchpad where you will log into the Launchpad. In a Launchpad, you will be able to see all the apps which you want to access it. Okay, until this application is assigned to a user ID, you will not able to access it. So this is the guidelines of SAP Fiori. Okay, so tile looks dynamic, live, and real-time informations. See, these are called dynamic tiles where you have to approve your timesheet 30 days you have missing. It will be displaying the count. These are called dynamic tiles. What are this? Which is nothing. It is just a static tile. Okay, so there is called KPIs. In this tile itself, you can see the charts and you can know the business. So these are the various styles are available. Okay, and you have a search to search the apps. Okay, so finally SAP Fiori Launchpad is an entry point to access the Fiori applications by the end users. Understood? Any questions until now?
Hmm. No, sir. It's clear.
Okay. As I said, we can open the applications in the desktop, tablet, and mobile. So when you open, okay, so now any questions, guys? So now we understood what is SAP Fiori. Okay, fine. We are telling that you develop the SAP Fiori applications in any technology. Okay, that is fine. If you follow the guidelines of SAP Fiori, then it is a SAP Fiori application. Then which technology? There should be a technology to develop. SAP Fiori is not a technology, it is not a platform, it is just a guidelines. So we are using SAP UI5 is a technology to develop the SAP Fiori applications because it follows all the guidelines of SAP Fiori. SAP UI5 is open source. Anyone can take it and can develop. Browser compatibility. Whenever you develop the application in the SAP UI5, any dialog box, anything, it is compatible to all the browsers. This is the guidelines of SAP Fiori. Okay, it is going to support all the any devices. Yes, this is the guidelines of SAP Fiori. It has powerful theming and branding and efficiency and performance wise. It is very good. So this SAP UFI is a technology we are using to develop the SAP Fiori applications because the reason because is that it is going to follow all the guidelines of SAP Fiori. Any questions? So now what are the components of the SAP? Yes, what is SAP UI5? Okay, SAP UI5 is a technology we are going to use to develop our Fiori applications. All the Fiori applications are developed using SAP UI5 because it is following all the guidelines of the SAP Fiori. Okay, SAP UI5 is an user interface. Okay, it only it they only contain the UI elements which will be shown up the data. We know that data is available in SAP, that is SAP database, and we have to show the data in SAP UI5. Okay, it can be done using SAP OData. Okay, let me tell you what is happening in the background. Okay, we have SAP UI5, we have OData, and what is the SAP NetWeaver gateway. Let's see, let's develop one architecture. You will understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is the SAP UI5. Okay, and this is your SAP server. That is our SAP system. It can be ECC or it can be S4 HANA. Okay, now in this one you have a database. Okay, data dictionary. Okay, so the data will be in this screen. Okay, okay, data dictionary. Okay, now the data is here. Perfect. Okay, now you have a SAP UFI application. Okay, which is okay, which has some input fields like name, or I will give sales order number. Okay, next line item number. Sorry. Okay, so now the question is your data is here. SAP UFI is just a user interface. It contains only the UI elements. Okay, it will only show the data, but it will not have any data. Okay, so this we call it as client. Okay, and this we call it as server. Okay, now okay, SAP UFI okay hits OData protocol, and OData goes to the data services and it fetches the data. But this data services holds, and it holds only the model, is nothing but the data types, line types, and etc. Okay, and populate the data in this table. Okay, so if you look at this one, okay, what I'm going to tell you, right? SAP UFI does not have anything, any data. If you want to get the data, it is going to send the request to the SAP system. Okay, oh, what is that request? What is the protocol which they're following is called OData protocol. Okay, which is nothing but HTTP. Okay, so it is sending the request. Okay, then the data is sitting here. Okay, now to convert this data into OData, we are going to use, okay, we are going to go use, we'll go into the SCGW T code. We are going to create a project. Okay, we are going to create a entity type. We are going to create a entity set. Okay, so we that will generate a services. Okay, so this services we will register in the T code slash a WFND slash IWFND slash main underscore service T code. Okay, which will generate a OData while you register the service here. So then it is going to send that response back to SAP UI5. Okay, so now this whenever we register this one, it is going to generate one OData URL which is HTTP. This HTTP URL we are going to put it in our SAP UFI application and we are going to display it. So whenever I execute this SAP UFI application, this HTTP URL which is there, it is going to call this HTTP URL will hit to our SAP server, and this will execute this code which is there. Okay, in the services we'll be writing the ABAP code. Okay, to fetch the data from these tables. Okay, then it will send back the data to the SAP. Any questions, guys? Any questions?
So, sir, regarding the HTTP this URL, where we register it, like in SAP UI, like how it understand, like
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is the
I'll show
URL.
you the demo. I'll show you the demo. Okay, I'll show you the
Okay.
end-to-end steps now. Any questions, guys, until now? Perfect, right?
Uh,
Now,
Hi.
yeah, tell me.
If
Yeah,
there is any updates in the OData service, then we have to again change in the UFI level also,
yeah. If I
remove or
mean new,
add.
yes, if any new fields are
Do-
coming, see if data-related changes are there. Nothing. I'll show you. See, let's see the demo. Then I will take your answers so that you will get an idea at least. Is it okay? Let's go ahead for a demo. Okay, now I'm going to the SAP system. Okay, I am going for one table. This is the table. Okay, in this table it has some data, right? So finally, so this is the table. This is the data dictionary, no? So this is the table and it has some data. Now I want to expose this data to my front end. For that, I will be going to the T code SCGW. Okay, I'm going to create a project. Okay, then if you want assign a package, if not, I'm just creating this demo. I'm creating local. So now I'm creating a, now what I will do, I created a project. I'll create an entity type now. Okay, so now right click, create entity type. Okay, so now I'm going to give some name of entity that is called Z demo 58. Okay, now I'm creating an entity set. See, I'm creating an entity set. Okay, then I'm pressing this one. Now, what are the fields which you want to expose to the SAP system? You will be adding those fields in the pro here. Okay, so now these are the fields which I want to expose, like product name. I'll just copy this one. Okay, okay, this is done. Okay, now I'll make one primary key. Minimum there should be one primary key. I'm just deleting this one. Okay, then I will be giving a data types. Okay, I will be, see, everything most of the times we always give EDM string as a data type. Let's not go into detail level in depth anyway in the training. I'm going to explain why. Let's understand the architecture which I have designed just now. No, okay, I'm just understand the high level. Okay, and also I'll just give label and also ABAP field names. Okay, then I will save it. Okay, so once I save it, it is going to generate me DPC MPC classes. Okay, MPC stands for the model provider class. Okay, where all the fields which I have created will be under this one. What is DPC? Is a data provider class where we will be writing the ABAP code to get the data from the data dictionary tables. Okay, then this is a service where we are going to use a service and we are going to register the service and it will generate the OData URL for us. So I'm pressing enter. I'm just a local object. I'm just clicking, putting this is a demo. The perfect, fine. So now, yes, entity type is created, entity set, service is created. Then in the DPC MPC, I will be writing the code. Open the runtime artifacts, right click, DPC. Okay, scroll. Let's not go to the detail level. Let us understand the high level only. Okay, so now, okay, scroll down. Okay, now you see what is this is the entity set which I have created. For this entity set, there are 5 methods have been created. Okay, so now I'll be going to one entity set called entity set. Click on change. Okay, then here redefine this method. Let's not go into much depth. Then this is a demo. I'm just understand the high level. Now here I'll be writing the ABAP code to get the data from the data dictionary table. As it is a demo, so I'm just copying pasting it. Okay. Okay. So this is the table which we have. This is the internal table. Okay. Yes. Top table F. I'm clicking change. I'm activating this one. Perfect. Okay. This is done. Now I will copy the service name. Okay, I will be going to the T code /I develop maintain service, which I said I will register the service. Okay, now I'm going to this T code and I'm going to register the service, which will generate a OData URL for us. Click on add service and press enter. Select the service, click on add selected service, press enter. And I'm registering the service. So once I register the service, so now using the service, I'm going to generate the OData URL. Yes, click on filter, press, click on gateway client, and you can here I'm clicking entity set. Okay, now I'll put a breakpoint here. Right click, go to the web workbench. Or you can just filter it, it won't be coming that only. Oh, nothing is coming. Anyway, scroll down. Yes, here it is. Double click on it. Put an external breakpoint here. And I'm just This is the entity set you have given, just execute. So this will trigger our this code, and we have written the code to get the data. See, I'm pressing F6. Now the data is here. You see 3 records, and I'm passing everything to the ET underscore entity set, because ET underscore entity set is your export parameter. You see, export parameter. Okay, so now it will be displaying it. See, data is displaying. Now I will also can, as a Odata developer, he can also test in the browser. I'm clicking on call browser. Okay, enter your SAP user ID password. Okay, now I will be giving my entity set. This is your entity set. Okay, now paste it. Okay, again triggered. You see it is displaying the data. Now this is the URL. This is your HTTP URL, right? So this is the URL which you got it. Right, and this is the URL. Okay, and for this URL you have an entity set. Okay, now I'm going to expose this one. Okay, I'll bring it in my SAP UI5 application, this URL. Any questions until now? So until now this part is completed, yes or no? Anyone have any questions?
No, sir. Sure.
Okay, now coming back to SAP UI5. Okay, so let's open the cloud. Let's not get into too much detail level. Cloud connector is a service where if you want to expose your data from your on-premises system through a to BTP, okay, we have to use a cloud connector through a secure tunnel. We have to expose. Okay, as of now, keep that only. In my training, I will be explaining detail level. These are not required as of now. Okay. Now I'm opening the Business Application Studio. This is the Business Application Studio. Okay, I have here. You see here. This is the cloud connector, which is connecting to your, you see, LOC. Okay, now you see here, where is that? Yes, here. You see, Bobby BTP3 LOC. Okay, and this is nothing but this. This is connecting to your SAP system. You see, internal host. Okay, I'll show you. Right click, properties. See, 192.68.10.123. Right? See, 123, and the other one is the port number 8763. So this one is as virtual host. Okay, and this virtual host is created in destination. Yes, you see. Okay, you see, SAP to BTP. Use your username and password. Use location ID is linked. Now I'm going to getting into the pass. I'm going to develop a Fiori application. Any questions, guys, until now? So don't think, see, high level only you understand. Now, now I have to consume this OData service, because this OData service is coming from the SAP on-premises system. Okay, but I have to, this is the intranet phase. Okay, and your application will be in BTP's internet phase. Okay, so your client, okay, exposing through the intranet to internet, it should be very careful, and they should expose in a protocol in a secure tunnel. So that secure tunnel is called cloud connector. Okay, let's not go into much detail. Let us understand the, yes, I'm getting into the business application studio. Okay, so I'm just clicking on this file, open folder, projects, click OK. Yeah, it is opening. We'll just wait. Yeah, so new project from template. Okay, so we are going to develop a SAP Fiori application, right? So SAP Fiori application start. Okay, then we are going to develop the SAP freestyle. Okay, so basic. This is called freestyle applications. Click next. Okay, so what is the data source? From where you are getting the data source? Okay, it is an SAP system, right? From the SAP system, we are getting it. So you will say data sources connect to system. Okay, what is that system? So whatever the things are there in the destination. Okay, okay. So if you go here, okay, and see these are the destinations, right? That is the destination. See, this is the destination. S4 HANA 2020. Okay, so you will connect to that destination. The destination is connect to your cloud connector. That cloud connector is connect to your on-premises system. So now you will try to fetch this OData service which you have registered it, right? What is the what is the name? This is the one which you have registered it. This is a service, right? So you will try to fetch that services. Okay, so now here in the service you will just find it. See, it is here. Okay, then click next. Okay, then click next. Let's not get into too much detail level. Okay, so we are developing one Fiori application. Okay, you give some name of that is name of the project and the title whatever you want. Okay, now I'm clicking on finish button. So once you click on finish button, it has created a project for your name. Okay, I'm going to open this project individually because it is under the projects. Okay, let it get install the dependencies. Okay, it has been generated. Okay, now file, open folder, under the projects. See, I have this project which I have just created. I'm opening that project individually. So now if you look at this one, indirectly I have brought this service. You see, this is the one I picked up. Yes or no? Just now, data source I picked up that only, right? That OData service name. So where you will be able to see this one? Let it come. We'll just wait. Okay. So now here in the web app, okay, go to the manifest.json. So now here, see, this is the URL. Yes or no? Okay. So now I'll tell you. Okay. You see, this is the URL from SAP OPU OData SAP Fiori Pack SRV. It is already there. Okay. Now this part, this one, if you go to the, okay, so that part it's already there in your destination, right? This one, right? This one, SAP, SAP to BTP. Okay, okay. Now this is linked to in your cloud connector. This one, and this is linked to SAP server. You are getting it. Understood? Now until now, okay. This is your data source, and this is the main service. Okay. Now you are going to give one model name to this one. See, this is the main service is nothing but this. This is nothing but this is OData service URL. Okay. Any questions, guys? Until now, I'm giving some name called invoice to. Any questions until now? Now the link happened. Okay. Now I'm trying to I have consumed this OData service in my SAP UFI application. Yes or no? Yes or no? Any
Yes,
questions
sir.
until now? Right? And I'm giving that name as invoice to. Yes, I'm giving one name called invoice to. What is invoice to is nothing but main service. What is main service is nothing but this. What is this? This is nothing but your OData service. Now, okay, I'll go to view. I'll go to view1.xml. Okay, I will just, this is a demo. I'm just copying pasting. If not, I'll be writing the code. Okay, so now I'm just just taking one table control to display the table data in the form. Okay. Okay. Just put the cursor here, fix, generate ID for entire file. Perfect. Okay. Now you see invoice to product name. This one it should be same. If you look at go to the back, where is our? This is the one. Okay. See product name should be same name. Okay. Quantity is uppercase. Yes. Perfect. I kept the same names. And what is link to model name? Invoice to.
Sir, is it
Come
case
back to.
sensitive?
Yes. You should be very careful. You should be very careful while writing. Okay. It should be same name what is coming from the backend. Okay. So now, yes, what is I have linked to invoice to. What is invoice to? Which we have already seen now. This one. This is nothing but this. This is nothing but this. So it will hit to the backend and get the data. Now I'll run the applications. Run configurations. So create configurations. Just select this one. Select index.html. Save it. Let's not go into too much detail level. We have to understand the high level architecture. Okay. I'm just running it this one. So it is connecting, you see. So pop-up blocked. Now again go here, run configurations, again run it. We'll just wait. Okay. Any breakpoint has been triggered. Not yet. Okay. Let me close few things. Okay. So now let me anything breakpoint. Okay. Let me refresh this page. Okay. 1 second. What is the issue? We'll see. Okay. See, I'll tell you what, we have not given the entity set name. We forgot that. Okay. Let me go to this one. Okay. And go to view.xml. Okay. So we have to give entity set name correct. This one. right? Okay, let's go and back and go to the browser, or you see this is the entity set ours. Copy this entity set. So that is the reason it is giving me an error that I didn't find anything this entity set. Okay, so now you need to just replace with ours. Okay, then refresh it. See, now it is says it triggered breakpoint, you see. Okay, now I'm just pressing F8. Okay, now you see the data is displaying. Pineapple mobile laptop. If you go to my custom table, this laptop one. This is the one. Okay, any questions, guys? This is how it is the overall architecture. You understood. Now please ask. See, if you want to have anything, if you want to add a new field, yes, you can go ahead and add a new field. If you want to remove it, you remove it. Yeah, please. Now, anyone have any questions? Please go ahead. Anyone have any questions?
Sir,
Sir,
other
for
than okay,
cloud connector, separately we have to get the access or we have to register it, something like that.
See, a cloud connector, we have to in your organizations, basis team will install it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Any more questions?
as of now we have developed and we are fetching the data. So, what my question is, other than this, if we want any other additional informations, for example, based on clicking that particular entry, we need to navigate. Will that be
Yeah,
possible,
that
or else we
also.
need?
Yes, yes. Everything is possible in
Then,
SAP UI5.
do we need to create furthermore OData for that separate, or else we can
Only
able to do in the same OData?
no, no, no. See, that depends upon your requirement. Based on the requirement, you will be developing OData services. You will be using associations. You will be using navigations in the OData, linking one entity to another entity. A lot of things are there.
Yeah.
Okay. And also in the SAP UFI,
Okay.
you will be using routings and navigate targets concept. Yes, a lot of things will come into the picture. No, it's not like
Okay.
straightforward. That is why the part of my training. Okay. Yeah. So
Okay.
now we'll okay. So we'll quick start with HTML5. Then we'll move to CSS, then JavaScript, then SAP UI5, then SAP will develop application in the business application studio, SAP Fiori, okay, ABAP CDS use with UI annotations, SAP OData, ABAP OData. This all will be covering. Okay. Once the training is completed, there will be 4 to 5 sessions where I'll be talking about real-time projects which I have worked, how it has been developed with a detail level, with the screenshots, and the code will be explained. Okay. Every class, every day, once the training is completed on that day, after 1 or 2 hours, I'll be uploading the recording video where you will be having view access for 1 year. Okay, and who had taken this training, I'll be giving free ABAP and OOPS ABAP recording videos. You can pay in 2 installments. There is an external vendor who is providing S4 HANA. This just now access to that S4 HANA 2020 system server. So he is charging 1500 rupees per month. I will be providing study materials, interview question and answers on SAP UFA, Fiori, ABAP data. I'll be providing the resume template. Okay, and also every Friday I'll be giving exercises based on the topic which are covered on that week. Okay, and also I'll be providing interview question and answers on SAP UFA Fiori ABAP data, and also I'll provide the resume template. And once the class is over, I'll be uploading the relative programs PPTs in Drive, where so you can practice it. So there is nothing you need to require to write during my training. You can just focus on my training. And also I'll be sending one mail about the today's demo, and there is a LinkedIn link is there where you can see feedback of my previous students was given. Okay, now when the training will start, Okay, my training will start on there are Jan 8th onwards. I'll be starting new batch on SAP UFI. So those are interested, they can just WhatsApp me or ping me or call me. I will consider as a they will be joining the batch. Any questions, guys? Until now, anyone have any questions?
No, sir.
Yeah,
It's clear.
Okay.
Bobby, can you go to the content once,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
the
sure,
course,
sure, sure.
the
Definitely.
UI5
Definitely.
part at least?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
I just to inform others that I have already attended Bobby's training on CAPM, so this is my second time with him. But yeah, okay, so you'll be covering all this.
Yes, 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 you are right. I'll be starting with initialization, loading, SAP, what is Bootstrap, okay, what is the naming conventions, what are libraries, okay, architecture, what are the different models, JSON resource model, what is component, controller, fragments, custom formatters, data types, properties,
So,
elements,
for-
aggregations, everything.
so for this, you'll be giving us an examples as well, right? For fragments
Yes, yes,
and
yes.
the libraries.
Everything I'll be creating. Everything I'll be creating. You have attended CAPM, no? Everything I'll be writing the code.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, 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 sure, sure.
So the then one thing you'll be create. You said you'll take the 5 days of session for the scenarios, right?
Mhm.
So
Yes.
any high level explanation on what kind of scenarios you're saying, like on the screen level
Uh,
or the
Code level, both. See, there will be 4 to 5 sessions where we will be taking about real-time projects which have worked, how it has been developed, the detail level will be explained.
okay. Yeah. One question was, is there anything you can actually take on workflow as well if possible? Is there any option?
ABAP workflow.
Uh, I mean, any screen wherein we can actually enter and there can be an approval process. Will there
You're
be any
talking
such
about
thing?
do a
Yeah,
my inbox configuration. Okay, I
kind
will
of.
take it, not
Yeah.
an issue. Yeah, sure, sure,
So
definitely, not an issue. I
just
have done recently
just the
also.
high level one also is
Yeah,
enough
yeah,
because
yeah, yeah, sure. I will add
at
it,
least
not an issue.
yeah, because
Yes,
it will
yes,
be helpful
definitely,
for me. My applications are all in approval process and we are moving to
definitely.
UFI. So it will help me as well with this training. So that's
Sure, sure, definitely, definitely. I
if
will
you
add
can
it,
add
not an
that.
issue. Yeah, yeah. See, there is a Mindbox is a standard app which is there. We will be extending that standard Fiori app. There will be no SAP UFI code. We'll extend the app and you can do approval process. That I'll show you what are the
Yeah,
steps.
if you can one
Okay.
one scenario at least that would be.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah. Any more questions, guys?
Hi, you will be covering in Bash, right? Platform
Yes,
open.
absolutely, Bas. I will complete web ID. I will just remove the web ID.
Okay.
We'll covering. I will just
And
put
as
up
a UI file developer, how much knowledge you would like to have about the OData and that CDS?
Uh, See, SAP U, if you are in want to an SAP UFA developer, I don't think you not required any ABAP data, but people are looking by full stack developer nowadays. Okay, so that
Huh.
is the reason in my training I'm covering ABAP OData and ABAP CDS use also. But those who don't know ABAP itself, I am provided in such a way they will learn the basic ABAP and little bit advanced ABAP and OOPS ABAP so that they will be in a position to ABAP OData. So that I'm providing free, no extra charge. Those ABAP and OOPS ABAP
Yeah.
recording videos I'm providing
Thanks.
free.
Thank you to somebody who has asked this question. Even I have no idea on the ABAP part.
Okay, okay,
Just
that's
Java
what
and
I'm
JavaScript.
suggesting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. JavaScript is part of my training. If you
Yeah, I mean,
go
that's
here,
what I'm
it's
working on. So I'm working on
okay,
WebDriver
okay.
Java. So I have no idea on the ABAP part at all. So,
Okay, I will share the ABAP videos so that you can
hmm.
one before I start, you can just start go through right away.
Oh,
So that once I start ABAP auditor, you will be understanding what I'm talking about.
oh.
Yeah. Any more questions, guys? Okay. So as I said, I'll be starting the Jan 8th training.